Montero drives one in the air. Deep right field. It's got a chance. Grand slam.
Way back it might be. It could be. Cubs win. Cubs win. Cubs win. Holy cow.
Are you guys all muted?
Kevin, can you hear me?
There we go.
I can hear you
The
now.
Diggers podcast is on the air.
Wow.
I'm your host, Mitch. I don't know what was happening there with
I don't
StreamYard.
either.
It just kept playing our. Anyway, hey, we're on the air.
We're here.
Diggers podcast on there. We're here with Jeff and Kevin. I'm your host, Mitch. Gosh, the Cubs are going to be making a push for the playoffs, and that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. It's getting that time of year where what we've wanted the Cubs to be is just back in the playoffs, hunt, and we're going to be able to talk some Cubs baseball, some Cubs playoff baseball. What a fun weekend. Let's start with the fun weekend that the Cubs had with Saturday, welcoming back the legend, Anthony Rizzo, to Wrigley Field. What were your guys' thoughts kind of with his retirement and thoughts with Saturday watching the game and just seeing everything that took place on Saturday? We'll start with you, Jeff.
I thought it was pretty cool that they let him come back and retire as a Cub.
I mean, he spent the bulk of his career in Chicago. And I also thought, like, watching the little bit of the press conference that I did, that, you know, he laid out the things that he was going to do now that he was retired, and he actually went out to the outfield, and he sat with the bleacher bums, and he had a hot dog, and he helped make a beer snake. And he also sang the seventh inning stretch out there with, I believe, Cindy Crawford and Eddie Vedder.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, what a retirement, right? No,
Yep.
so
Anytime you Crawford.
Yeah, I don't know how I didn't Google her age, but I tell you what, she still looks like she did on that poster when I was 13.
There you go.
Just amazing. I mean, she's like a fine wine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought Saturday.
What were your thoughts, Kevin?
Fantastic. Yeah, I thought Saturday was fantastic. Rizzo just has such a presence. He's such a goofy guy, and it's goofy. I don't know, in a fun way. You know, some people can be over the top. He was just hilarious. Him on the air when he joined the broadcast and was talking through that was really fun. Every time they put the camera on him on the outfield, he was always kind of up to something, or just being a fan. I mean, bright smiles, cheering every play. I mean, when Casey went into the wall, he was up at the edge, like looking over, like, oh my gosh, you know, what's going on? When Ballesteros hit that home run and he almost caught it, that was funny. And then immediately turned around and mouthed that the camera could see, "That's why I'm retired."
Yeah.
And then
what are the odds of that? Like, that's crazy that he hits his first home run and literally to the exact seat that Rizzo's in. Like, that was just like, the chances
I was thinking the same thing. I mean, batters, like, you want it to go to like left field. Like they kind of pick the area, but it's not like they can pick the seat or the bleacher spot, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was a lot of fun. Rizzo was a ton of fun to listen to. I'm excited to see him back in Chicago. I'm glad he retired a Cub. Never really doubted it. Would have been interesting if he had gotten was wearing a oh my gosh, obvious shirts. It's like Rizzo is my captain or whatever, like that, you know, like something like that. But, you know, I have a feeling we'll see stuff like that later on as we go.
Yeah. I mean, it was a perfect Saturday. The only thing that wasn't perfect about it is that we blew the lead and lost.
Yep.
But it was great just to honor Anthony Rizzo. He's done so much for the city of Chicago with the cancer research in Chicago and the Children's Hospital and just everything. Like, he's done so much that he is synonymous with not only Cubs baseball, but just the city of Chicago because he's made such a big impact in so many people's life. He's just a good dude, and it was cool to see him just having fun, just being a kid. And that's kind of what baseball does. That's what baseball does to grown men, is it makes them act kind of like a kid. And it makes them act like a kid in the outfield. And that's what's so fun about going to games. Like, you can kind of like, it takes you back to being a kid and remembering your first time of going to a game and walking and seeing everything. And that he kind of got to experience that for the first time was even kind of cooler to see him enjoying himself in that way. So yeah, it was great. And he will drink for free the rest of his life. And so it's a cool weekend. Cubs did end up taking the series, beating the Rays in the final game yesterday with Nico Warner coming to the hero on the seventh inning, I believe. Double scored 2, and we got we're recording on Monday night. Up. It's still 4-0.
Yes, it's still 4-0. Yep.
In the seventh, and two of the guys that kind of we were going to talk about tonight, being a little bit like we're heading into the playoffs, and we have some concerns. There are some concerns going into the playoffs, and part of those concerns were a little bit our offense. We have some guys struggling. Michael Busch has been one that's kind of been struggling as of like this weekend. You saw his swing kind of turning a little bit, and him getting a home run tonight, but he's been on the struggle bus. And then PC, I think I saw a stat that since July, he's hitting 161, like batting average, and just been struggling. He's had some days off, nursing an injury, comes back tonight. He hits a bomb. Had some pretty good at bats this weekend, but his bomb tonight, who knew that just playing the Pirates might fix a swing?
Right.
Unless you're facing Paul Skeens, you got a pretty good chance of fixing your swing. So hopefully he does that. But like, are you guys concerned with the lineup and some of our guys kind of struggling? It's kind of flipped from being Ian Happ and Dansby Swanson early in the year struggling to now it's Seiya, it's PCA, who we kind of rode the first half. Now they're struggling. Going into the playoffs, are we concerned, or do we think that there's 13, 16 games left? Is that enough time to turn the tides here with these guys and get them back on track?
Boy, I don't know.
I see some things trending in the right directions, and you always want them to get hot in September. And I was just looking, I was like, I wonder who we play. We play Pittsburgh, we play Cincinnati for 4, we play the Mets, and we play the Cardinals. That's not a bad kind of way to finish off the season. And hopefully, get some other people kind of going. Carson
and the
Kelly.
Reds and the Cardinals have been struggling mightily last. Like they've kind of thrown in the towel.
All right, so here's the deal. They're going to catch fire against us. I know it.
Always the pessimist, Jeff.
I'm not trying to be a pessimist. It's just I know I've been let down a lot in my life.
That's touche. But I think I see some folks heading in the right direction. I think I didn't realize Moises Ballesteros was like 30 some batting plate appearances, and he's batting 321. Like, yes, that's still a small sample, but I think I think I saw it the other day. He's only struck out like one time.
Yeah, he's one that's going to put the bat in the ball.
Yeah.
It's just his big problem in the minor leagues was he was hitting a lot of ground balls and rolling over a lot, and he doesn't have the speed to beat out a ground ball, so he needs to get the ball lifted in the air. That was good to kind of see him on Saturday getting the ball in the air and getting a home run. But yeah, like for PCA, I saw him hit. He's hit 2 sacrifice flies this last weekend, doing the thing that needed to be done in that at bat. And even that, just getting bat on ball and doing it in situationally to drive in runs. And then you see today him hitting a bomb for a home run. Like all these major league batters sometimes need is like to square one ball up, barrel a ball on a good pitch, And it's like, oh, there it is. That's the swing. That's my timing. Okay. And they can recognize and get back on track pretty fast. The one I'm more concerned about is Seiya Suzuki.
Right.
He's been off for so long that I don't know. And here's the thing, like we saw yesterday, Nico Horner come up super clutch. He has a chance to bat over 300 this year.
Mm-hmm. Just wild. Just
if let's say we're game 3 of the playoffs, the wild card playoffs. It's 8th inning. We're down 1. We have runners on 2nd and 3rd with 1 out. Who are you most confident in having up to bat? It's 100% Nico Horner.
right. Yep.
In that lineup.
Every
100% Nico Horner. Because you either know he's going to hit a ground ball through the gap, or hit a fly ball to drive in the run, or he's going to yank one down the line, or like he's going to do something that's going to be productive to get that tying run in and possibly the winning run in from second.
Yeah. Did you see that game against Chris Sale when he had like 2 hard singles and like a hard hit double? And it was something, it was like, was it the 5th or the 6th inning? And Nico had seen like 22 pitches from Chris Sale in 3 at bats. And just that last time he hit, Sale just started shaking his head. Just was like, what in the world is with this guy?
And
You just can't get him out.
remember the beginning of the year, there was all this trade talk about trading Nico Horner, and there was a lot of people that were like, do it. Like, yeah, let's trade Nico. This dude has been the most clutch guy on this team and just been consistent all year long. Like, we haven't had to ride the roller coaster of Nico Horner. He's just been him, who he is. And I mean, there's nobody else in the lineup that I would trust more in a situation where you need production. I mean, trust him over Cal Tucker, trust him over Ian Happ. Definitely, like if would you feel confident if Seiya Suzuki and Michael Busch are back to back with 1 out that we're going to get a run in with those 2 coming up to plate?
No. And I think lineup wise, I think you got to keep them separated as much as they're a left and then a right. I don't know. They haven't looked themselves lately. Michael Busch is coming around a little bit, but I've thought for like a month now, Michael Busch needed taken out of the leadoff spot.
Yeah, I hated that when they did that. That is what threw him off when they did that in late July, August, and they moved him to the leadoff. That he was on a roll before that. And I get Council wants the best hitters at the top of the lineup, but that messed him up.
Yeah,
like
We've seen that before. He plays for the Phillies.
yeah, when they moved Schwarber, get him back in who Schwarber is. Yeah, I'm concerned that right now with that. How concerned are you that Kyle Tucker is going to be healthy and back? Because again, we have 13 days. He hasn't played for the last 10 games. He's had at least 15 days off.
Yeah, that's
He needs to come back with at least 6 games left to at least get his timing back.
Right. I don't have much hope that he'll be productive.
And even if he does come back, I don't see him playing out in the outfield. I see him playing like he's going to be a DH.
right. Yeah, what's he injured with again? Is it
Like a calf strain.
okay. I thought it was lower leg.
And that's the thing. Like the last game he played was the first time he barreled a ball and hit an opposite field home run. That was his first opposite field home run all season long was the game that he got hurt in. So like he was finding his swing again, and then he gets hurt.
Which maybe, maybe he's pulling the old Kyle Schwarber and he's watching a million pitches back in the cage or something.
Let's hope so.
Right, and he's just gonna walk out, and we're gonna have a second guy named Kyle who didn't need to actually play part of the regular season, and we can get him going in the playoffs. But I'm a little worried. I would love for him to get back in early. I would love for the first at bat he takes back, he hits a first pitch dinger, and we all go, okay, all right, he's here.
He's back. He's there.
We're good with him. Slot him right back in. But yeah, I agree. He's gonna be DH because I'm betting that lower leg he's not going to be able to run on super well in the outfield. Which then will move Ballesteros out.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah. Then we start playing some weird chess because we've got hobbled pieces.
Well, then who do you play out there in right? Is it going to be Seiya? Is it going to be Owen Casey? Is it going to be depending on the matchup? Like, I don't trust. I'm sorry, but this time of year with Seiya Suzuki in the outfield doesn't bring me good feelings because
Right.
I've seen the last 2 years where he's dropped a ball that's cost us a playoffs or something. Like, so I do not feel confident in Seiya Suzuki playing out in the outfield.
Yeah. It seems to always be something with him, right? Like, love the guy, but come on. Speaking of players kind of wandering around, I see Willie Castro's up to bat right now. Talk about a guy who we traded for and then kind of just tanked, which I know he's not getting regular playing time, but
He should only be used against left-handed pitching.
right. Yeah.
Like, that's what he has done the best with the Cubs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was gonna read a comment. When we're looking at pitching, let's move the talk to a little bit about pitching. Our bullpen has been pretty stellar. Brad Keller's lately stepped into the closer's role, been great all season. Even if Palencia comes back, do you want him back in that closer role, or do you want him somewhere else? Seventh guy, sixth inning guy,
Something like that.
eighth inning.
Somewhere there.
Towards the last 2 weeks of the Palencia run, there wasn't much confidence in me. Like, it was like edge of my seat every single time. It's going to be a circus.
Yeah. Even his good outings were like 0 runs, 2 hits, 1 strikeout or 2 strikeouts. And it's just kind of one of those like, that was not clean.
Yep, always a guy on second or third base. Like the tying winning run is always getting to second or third with him.
I don't think any of us watching Cubs baseball deserve an ulcer in the 9th inning. Why can't we
Right?
just have a shutdown guy?
Yeah. Well, that's I
'Cause
don't.
we didn't
I-
trade for him.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right. I do like Palencia though as kind of a setup guy or a 7th inning guy probably for a little while, especially with how well Keller's been throwing it. I mean, he gave up his first run since the All-Star break just the other day.
Yeah.
And then is it Kittredge? Is that who?
Kittredge. Yeah,
And he threw an immaculate inning, and then he was 1 pitch away from like a second immaculate inning, and it was like a borderline call that didn't go his way or close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My trust, my circle of trust right now is pretty small
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to bullpen arms. Even though they've been really good as a whole, like our bullpen's been pretty stellar.
Yeah.
But the trust, like I have trust issues. Maybe it's a me issue and not them. But the circle of trust is pretty small for me right now when it comes to bullpen where I feel complete confidence.
The other day, Assad looked really good in kind of a stretch role.
Yep.
That was kind of interesting to see, especially as we look towards, when I'm jumping the gun a little bit, but as we look towards the starting rotation in the playoffs. But he looked good. Who was it that they brought in for like a 9th inning? the other day. I'm trying to look through. Was that Ben Brown they brought out for a ninth inning?
Ben Brown just got sent down
Yep.
because they brought in Soroka. He's back. But my circle of trust is like Pomerantz, Keller, and Kittredge. That's kind of it. Other guys, like, I don't know. I'm glad that Ben Brown. I don't think Ben Brown should be back up the rest of the year. Like that guy, that dude. Like, is he going to be a good pitcher? Yes, eventually, but he's kind of run his course this year for me. But let's move to rotation. Let's ask this question. Say we make the playoffs and we're in the wild card. We have 3 games. Who's getting game 1? Who's getting game 2? Who's getting game 3?
I like Michael Boyd for a start.
Matthew Boyd.
Yeah, that too. I like to say people's names wrong. That way they know I don't respect them. Which that's funny because that's also on my Instagram story today.
Yeah, probably a coworker.
I think you got to go with Shota. I mean, he's kind of been pretty solid the last few starts. I mean, he did give up a few runs the other day, but he also struck out 9 in 5 innings. As far as the other third starter for that series, I think you got to consider Jameson. But also, I don't know if you do, like, start Jameson and then you go to Colin Ray after that. I don't know.
I think you're forgetting somebody.
My game 1 starter.
Cade Horton.
Yeah. My game 1 starter. My
Totally
game 1 starter is Cade Horton. He has been the best pitcher in all of baseball the second half of the season.
Yeah.
He will get the ball from me. If I was Craig Counsell, game 1, full trust in the rookie of the year for this year, Cade Horton. And it has a lot to do, even more so to do with Boyd and Imanaga have really been struggling. Boyd especially. Boyd needs they need to skip a start for him, or just give him a day off. I don't know. I think they should skip a start and just let him get rest up his arm a little bit. He's throwing more innings than he has in the last 4 years. Give him some rest going into the playoffs. But game 1, definitely Horton, then Boyd, then Imanaga, and I would piggyback Horton and Tyone.
That's a good idea. I like that. And then you can, if you, depending on bullpen arms, you could have Assad in the bullpen to perhaps piggyback on either Boyd or Imanaga, whoever is. You can give one of those guys a shorter leash and go to Assad for 2 or 3 innings.
Yep.
I mean,
especially in a short 3-game series, you can do that because you have to win it. You have to win the first series to even get into the second. So, I mean, I get that you might want to go Horton, Boyd, Imanaga, and save Tyone if you make it to the second round, but it's you got to get there first. You got to win games. You got to make sure you win. And if you can win in 2, great. But Imanaga, game 1 of the NLCS, or DS division. But it's I'm one that I want to make sure I get there first. But right now, Cade Horton is my guy that I'm putting full trust in more than anybody. But the thing is, they've only been giving him 5-6 innings.
Yeah, they've been.
That's where you could piggyback with somebody else. No.
So, do you think they'll keep Ray on the wild card roster?
I think they will, just because I don't think they trust some of the other guys down in the bullpen, and where he could be the guy that slides into the bullpen and gets 1 or 2 innings, or comes in and gets 1, because I think he's a veteran enough guy that he can do that. Whereas other guys in the bullpen, I just don't feel like Council has full trust in them.
Yeah, I just was thinking about that and wondering because I know those rosters get kind of weird, especially for wild card. Because depending on the team, if you don't trust a starter or two, you keep them out because you're not going to use them, and then you bring extra arm bars.
Well, so Breezing
Reason.
is who's your long man or extra inning guy, Assad Ray, yes. But you also have Michael Soroka, too, that just got activated. He was going to be your fifth starter when they traded for him. And, I mean,
is he the one
they said that his velocity's back up. That's the guy they got from the Nationals.
Okay.
But he got called up. Ben Brown got sent down. So now you have like 3 guys, and then 4 if you have Colin Ray. But here's the thing. You want your best pitchers pitching and with the best stuff. And if that's Michael Soroka becoming a bullpen guy and just pitching 1 inning, then let it be so. Colin Ray, if it's just 1 inning, like you better get these guys ready to be able to warm up fast in the bullpen and get ready to go.
Yeah, and they're even using Soroka tonight out of the bullpen.
Yeah. Has he got in?
Yeah, he's got 26 pitches. Yeah, I think he pitched the 7th and the 8th, maybe part of the 6th.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they need to do.
Yep.
Give him 2 innings, then he can hand it over to Pomerantz, Kittredge, and Keller, and feel pretty good that you're gonna at least hold him.
Yeah, that's interesting. Kind of thinking about it, it seems like the Cubs do have a wealth of pretty good options for those kind of stretch guys between Assad, Ray, and Soroka now.
Yep.
I don't know. Now I just feel a little better about the arm barn. If we're throwing those 3 guys in there, I mean, then it'll get kind of funky when we go back to when we make it to the DS.
Yeah, because then you're getting into 5, 7 game series, and then it changes how you attack. Because then in a 7 game series, you go into a 4-man rotation.
Yep.
And so it just changes how you attack and what you can use for starters and for if you're going to have those guys swing. And yeah, it's.
Listen,
hey,
you can always have your relievers play left field and alternate.
I do.
Travis Wood
that day.
It
was
worked.
Fun.
It worked out.
Yeah. I miss Travis Wood.
Mm-hmm. He was fun, and he had such a presence in the bullpen with his whole like no one's moving when the ball gets hit over here and literally taking one off the shin.
So, question. Right now, we're set up to play the Padres in the first round of the wild card. Is that who you would rather face over the Mets or the Giants? Because the Giants are making a little run too.
They are.
Who would you rather face?
With it, as long as we're home, I think I'd rather play the Mets. I think, but I mean, we played the Padres so long ago.
So, is that just a 3-game series?
That's a 3-game series. The wild cards.
So it's like 2 at home and then 1 on the road.
1 away. I'm pretty sure it's 2.
Is the first 2 at home?
Is it? I thought it was all 3 at home.
I don't know. It's been a while since we've been in the playoffs in the wild card round.
No, it's all 3 at home.
Okay.
Because they're September 30th, October 1st, and October 2nd. It's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are the wild card games.
All right. So I guess it all depends if the wind's blowing out. I mean, do you really want to be at home? I mean, you have the advantage of the wind blowing out, but so does the other team.
If the wind's blowing out and Imanaga is pitching, they should have somebody else pitching. Because that's been the one thing that gets Imanaga is home run balls. Now, if the wind's blowing in, you start Imanaga game one. If the wind is blowing in, and you know that maybe tomorrow the wind's going to be blowing out, you pitch Imanaga game one.
And go to Cade Horton game two.
Yes. You're like, okay, you look at the weather report, you pull up the weather guy on
I mean, there's got
WGN. Figure out,
somebody at Noah, don't we?
Well, kind of who knows what it'll be like, because was it Ian Happ that on the compound they were going through what the wind had done this season versus previous seasons, and they've only had like 7 games where the wind was positively blowing out, and even then it wasn't straight out, it was like to an angle.
Yeah,
which is unusual. They were saying compared to normal seasons it was a lot less than usual, but September, October gets some wacky weather in the Windy City.
What was it? Cubs are 46-29 at home.
Definitely want to be home.
And 39 and 35 away.
Yep, want to be home.
That's why I like finishing this season strong. I'm glad we're playing. We have who we're playing, but we need some guys to get back on track, and that top playoff spot, wild card spot, is key. And I mean, I don't want to jinx anything or like scare the Brewers, but we are only 5.5 back to the Brewers.
Yeah,
and we've kind of played with this 5.5 to like 6.5 back and forth for the last like week, where we haven't gained any ground, but we haven't really lost any ground. This would be a great time if we could before the second to last series get within 3.5. Ooh, then we're talking.
It's gonna make it exciting.
Yeah, and they play the Angels and then the Cardinals and then the Padres, and they finish with Cincinnati. So they have some easy teams too.
But they play the Padres. Padres fighting for the playoffs. We play the Mets, who are fighting for the playoffs. We got Pirates, Cincinnati, Mets, Cardinals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's interesting. It'll just be like who they would really have to.
Who can beat up on the poor teams and who can win the 3 games. But it's still there. And we hold the tiebreaker versus the Brewers.
Woot. And do we hold the tiebreaker versus the Padres? Is that right?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think we do too.
Oh my god.
But the fun thing is, we will do a podcast here again, and we will, in the first time since 2021. Was that the last time the Cubs made the playoffs?
I think so.
Yeah.
Because 20 was a shortened season when they won the division. So
but is that where they played just one game in 2021?
Possibly, yeah.
Or no, it was a best of 3.
I don't remember.
Because they got beat by the Marlins. Right? I'm pretty sure. You'll have to look that up. But we will get to do a playoff episode.
Right? Feels like it's been forever.
I mean, we started this in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We only got to do it one time. And it was like in and out before we even knew it and didn't really get to do a good playoff episode.
Yeah,
so
fast.
This will be fun to be able to talk actual playoff baseball. Man, I'm excited. I'm excited.
The Cubs didn't make it in 2021. Wasn't 21 when they traded Rizzo or was that 2022?
Yeah. I think it was
2020.
2020 was the last time they were in the playoffs.
Wow. Whew.
Because that was the shortened season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I will say for being that is what's the record? I just had it.
What's what?
Our record
85 and 64.
for being a team that's 85 and 64. You'd think I would be a little bit more confident,
Right.
in us winning a first round wild card series. But because there's these question marks that we've talked about in this episode, I would feel a lot better. And here's the reason why. What did we have the first half of the season that made you feel super confident in this team?
Everybody was hitting.
I think it was consistency, like all around, with the exception. I think at the beginning of the season, our bullpen was kind of misfiring a little bit and almost like our Achilles heel. But they got better, and as they got better, it seemed like we became less consistent at the plate, and our offense, the second half, has kind of dropped off a little bit.
You know what I'll say? Our stars were stars.
Yeah. I mean, that's when we were calling Tucker King Tuck.
And that's when we were calling PCA an MVP.
Mm-hmm.
MVP. Like he was at the All-Star break, he probably would have won the MVP this year.
Yeah.
You had your stars being stars, and in the playoffs, that's what wins you playoff games. When we had Chris Bryant in the World Series in game 5, we're down 1 and we need a spark, and he hits that home run. Like, stars were stars. Like, he got the offense going. Like, that's what you need. In the first half of the season, we had our stars being that, and it carried our team. It got everybody going. We had the best offense in baseball. It would make me feel a lot more confident going into the playoffs if we had Pete being Pete and Kyle Tucker not on the injured list, but in the lineup, raking, getting hot right now. That would make me like, all right, let's go. We're gonna win. We're gonna win this wild card easy. But now it's like, I don't know where the offense is gonna come. It's kind of been sputtering. It's kind of showed some life. It's like it's been a carcass laying there. You poked it and like it's showed life a little bit, but you're like, where I want it to be. So I don't know. That's where I'm at. I want some confidence. That's where these last 13, 16, I don't even know how many games left. But how many ever games are left, I want to see some life out of this offense. I'm confident that our pitching is going to be there because they've been good all season. Yes, the bullpen worries me, but they've been really good. And so I need to see this offense get going.
Agreed. Get those stars back. Need some star power.
So hopefully, PCA, this was a jump start tonight of hitting that bomb, 417, 16 feet, like getting into one. If he does one, if he hits one off Paul Skeens, he's back.
Yep.
Or do you just like, no, we're not even going to play him against Paul Skeens because we don't want that might not be good. Just, yep. That's where I'm at.
Skeens. We play against that guy every single time we play the Pirates.
We won't miss him. But that does it for this episode of the Dingers Podcast. Again, we're super pumped. Playoff baseball. We're going to be chatting it up here on the Dingers Podcast. Make sure you're following Cubs on Tap. They're our buddies on the On Tap Sports Network. Podcasting, they're great. Give them a listen. Go check them out. They're doing a little bit more daily episodes, so go check them out, as well as On Tap Sports Network. But yeah, thanks for listening, and go Cubs.
Good night, everyone.